Okay, scholars, today we're talking about scale as a ratio, not just scale factor. It can either be a ratio of old length to new length like this, or actual to scale model to actual length. It can be written as a ratio like this, that means something that has these two dots in between, or in a sentence, and you should have done a lot of those for each of these problems. The example is, if 1 inch represents 10 feet in real life, from a map to real life, then I write it as 1 inch represents 10 feet with this colon as a ratio. Or 1 inch represents 120 inches because that's the same thing as 10 feet. I would write it as this. So this is the information they gave me. This is how I write it. And I could say in a sentence, every 1 inch on the map corresponds to 10 feet in real life. Or every 1 inch on the map corresponds to 120 inches in real life, either way. So the scale factor should be 120. A lot of people struggled on the Q1 exam where you knew what the scale factor was, but you didn't know that this was the ratio of the scale and it represented the same scale factor. We can see that 1 times 120 is 120. The scale factor should still hold true. So for number 1, the scale that they gave us, model train, is 6 inches, modeled after 6 feet long. So 6 inches to 6 feet. When I simplify that by dividing by 6, I get 1 inch. It is 1 inch corresponds to 1 foot or 12 inches. So 1 inch corresponds to 12 inches on the real train engine. That means the scale factor is 12 because the model length, 1 inch, can be multiplied by 12 to get the real engine length. Number 2, a painting is being enlarged so that it can be made into a mural. The original painting is 2 feet tall, and the mural will be 10 feet tall. So they told us 2 feet to 10 feet, which simplified, the scale should be 1 unit to however many units on the real thing. We always simplify to 1. Then in a sentence, I could say 1 foot on the painting corresponds to 5 feet on the mural. And I would say that the scale factor is 5 because the painting height can be multiplied by 5 to get the mural height. Mural height, there we go. Number 3, a graphic designer is making a poster into a button using a scale factor of 1/3. So that means it used to be a poster this big, and then now it's going to be a button that's 1/3 as long, or across. The poster is 24 centimeters across. So across the length of the poster, it's 24 centimeters. So the scale will be the old length to the new length. We said yesterday that old length, that's 24 centimeters, times scale factor, which is 1/3 in this problem, equals new length. So the button should be 8 centimeters across. That means our scale is 24 to 8, or if I simplify, 3 to 1. So the button will be 8 inches across. Not inches, excuse me, centimeters. Make sure you check your units. Centimeters across. Get ready for lesson 16.